Hello Year 11, today we are going to be continuing with our improvement on the question 5 on your Germany mock, but we are going to be looking at a new question. So we're going to focus today on what knowledge might be relevant for that question, and then next lesson we will have a look at the actual question itself. So the first thing I would like you to do, please, is to list any reasons that you can remember why Hitler and the Nazi Party came to power in 1933. So hopefully you have come up with some ideas. You might have talked about unemployment, you might have talked about propaganda, the rise of communism, you might have talked about the Great Depression, all those sorts of things, but we're going to look at that in a little bit more detail today. So your first task is to use the information sheets that I've attached. So it's these ones here. You might notice these from your Recall Remedy booklets. So they've got all of the information that you need, but you may want to use things like GCSE Pod or Bite Size just to go into a bit more detail if there are some areas that you're unsure on. So you're going to use those sheets as well as any of your own knowledge to be able to recall information on the following topics. So all of these topics here, and this will make sense to you in a moment, are to do with Hitler's rise to power. So you're going to need to be able to pass judgment on each of these things. So you might need to go back and find out some information about them. So you're going to need to revise these things with specific reference to Hitler's rise to power. So not just some random information about those things, you need to think about the impact that those things had on helping Hitler and the NSDAP take power of Germany in 1933. So you should by now be really clear on what revision methods work for you, but if you're not, some ideas include key cards, you could use mind maps, you could use foldables, or you could make notes. You could even do some dual coding if that's what works for you. I think for this type of task, written stuff is going to be better. So once you have refreshed your memory on all of these things and make sure that you do understand them, you've got your revision resources, you can move on to the next task. And that is to use your knowledge now. We've done the revision. Now we need to think about how we apply that knowledge. Now, this is going to be relevant to your next task, so we're clearly thinking about the causes of Hitler's rise to power. So you're going to use the information that you've recalled to help you to complete this judgment task. So what you need to do here is on each of these sections, you need to decide which one of those was the most important in Hitler's rise to power, and you filter it through. So in this one you could say you choose the Treaty of Versailles, and then you need to explain why you chose the Treaty of Versailles. So why was that the most important thing in making Hitler able to come to power? And you can see again here, you're going to filter these in. So we go from 4, we go from 12 here down to 3. And then you pick of those 3, you're going to pick 1. And here, of those 3, you're going to pick 1. And then you're going to come up with your most important cause. So this is all about making a judgment. So today you should be submitting your revision resources and then also this judgment task. If you have any questions or you need any help or any extra resources, please don't hesitate to get in contact. And we look forward to seeing the work that you produce. Good luck!